Hello my boys, good morning. I just arrived from the kitchen with the coffee ready because in this beautiful day I want to show to casual players and new players the best Pinnacle bosses that they can farm for profit and also to learn the game better. So these are Elder and Shaper, and I prepared here a tab and I want to explain everything for them so they understand. You can find these bosses in the fragment tab. Here is for the Elder and this is for the Shaper. These are one of the first Pinnacle bosses that were added in Path of Exile 1. There are iconic fights and you need to understand that they are also very profitable if you have the patience to do it. For example, let's start with the Shaper first. So here are the fragments for Shaper, which are extremely cheap and easy to get, and you need to understand just by doing the fight you will get guaranteed a red fragment that will cover up the initial investment for the fight. So you'll make profit just with the red fragment that it's guaranteed to drop. You can either get a fragment of knowledge or fragment of shape, guaranteed at the end of the fight. On top of that, you from this fight here, the Shaper, you can get the Flask, Dying Sun, which is 12 divines at the moment. Depending on the rolls can be even more expensive. You can also get Orb of Dominance, which at the moment is very expensive, it's 6 divines. Or you can get Shaper Exalted Orbs, which is like 50 kills, no? Or 80 kills, it raised up in price. So you have 3 extra good look that you can get on top and the guaranteed red fragment. Now, because you always make profit with this, it's ideal for new players to learn Path of Exile 1 better bossing mechanics. Especially Shaper, it's a good fight. So you will learn how to dodge, you will learn a lot of things. Not only that you will make profit, you can learn a lot of things. Not only that, you can unlock this hideout here. So the hideout that I have here, there is a small chance to get it once you do the Shaper fight. At the end, you can unlock this hideout. You know, the chance is very low, but this is how you will unlock it. It's called Celestial Hideout, and you do it by doing Shaper fights here. A lot of you, maybe you don't know. Good. Now let's talk about here the Elder fight and what's so beautiful about it. Again, you get guaranteed a black fragment at the end that will cover up for 2 fragments. So you have 4 fragments, will cover up 2 fragments, but the most important loot in this fight is the Watcher's Eyes with 2 modifiers that sells for a good price. Yeah, so it's 1 divine, or if you sell in bulk, which I will give you some tips at the end, it's 1.5 divines in bulk. You should always sell in bulk. You gather more than 10 jewels and you go on a place like TFT Discord and you sell in bulk and you sell it for a really good price. On top of the Watcher's Eyes, you can get again Orb of Dominance. Now you can get Elder's Exalted Orb. Let me check it. Yeah, this is cheaper, it's 50 kills. This is 80 kills. And you always want to check the Cyclopean Coil if it has 15% to all attributes, because PoE guy will show you a trick. So you see the bell like this is pretty cheap, 5, 10, 20 kills. Man, PoE guy will show you the trick. This you can also flip it at the moment, because a lot of Saki boys don't know. If the bell drops with 50% increased attributes, you will put 20 intrinsic catalyst. And this will bump it to 18. Now we're gonna price check this beauty. If you'll see, it's a 130, 150. Just because I applied this cheap catalyst. I mean, you can even flip it now. I mean, you don't want to farm the Elder, no problem. You'll buy some Cyclopean Coils without catalyst, with 50% increased attributes. You put 20 intrinsic catalyst, and now you just made profit. Simple flip that you can do here. A lot of people are lazy, rich people don't care. Do this flip and you make extra currency. Yeah, so if you drop with 50%, you put 20 intrinsic catalyst and you sell it. This is the idea. You get guaranteed the black fragment, which is great because you always get something. And the Watcher's Eye has around 40% drop chance, which is pretty high. So expect in 10 runs, I mean, to get like a 4, 6, if you're lucky, 4, 5, or 6 Watcher's Eyes, which is good profit. So these 2 fights I highly recommend for farming for profit because they are profitable. I mean, just do 20 runs and see for yourself that you're on profit. Both fights are fine. Now, I need to explain how to sell the Watcher's Eyes in bulk for extra profit. No problem, PoE guy will show you. We go here on displays TFT Discord. Just right here at the top, Watcher's Eye. Click enter. We'll give you some recent listings. These men are greedy, man. They're pricing it for 2 divines at the moment. No, you price it 1.6 divines, 1.5 if you have more than 10, and they sell. I actually, Watcher's Eye gamble, it's one of my favorite gambles in Path of Exile. I bought a lot of them even on stream. You can see everywhere Watcher's Eyes. Yeah, I simply love it. Simply love it. You will see Watcher's Eyes a lot in my tabs. This is the idea, and you sell them in bulk and you can get a good price. Why sell them on the trade website for 1.1 divines when you can sell them 1.5 up to 2 divines? And there are more people that are selling. Let's see this one. Yeah, ideal. Let me give you a tip. If you want to post it, you copy like this, you paste it here, you put your name here, put your name, and say how many you have. Say you have 20, say stock 20. You put the price. Now, if you want to sell them fast, you listen to PoE guy and you'll put 1.5 divines or 1.6. Yeah, don't put 2 divines. These guys are greedy. You can also attach an image. I mean, you can take from someone else or you can make your own image and you put it. Because if you have an image to the post, it's easier to sell. So I've been selling on TFT for some time and I notice people that add images, they sell them faster. So be smart, add an image. Good, now let's go back inside the game. I want to explain a few things about these fights. Yeah. Let's start with the Elder fight first because I want to explain a few things, especially if you're new to the game. Okay, you put them in order and you click activate. The fights are extremely easy, especially if you're playing a minion related build or a totem related build. Yeah, you go here. Whew. Yeah, this was the first phase. Basically just damage him and now he's phase 2. What's important to notice here that now we have the Shaper and the Elder will spawn different portals that you need to kill. You need to understand if the Shaper dies, because he can die, the probability to get a Watcher's Dice is no longer 40%, will become 0. So you need to protect the Shaper in this fight. Yeah? Some people wonder why they never get a Watcher's Dice. Wait, because Shaper dies. So you need to protect this guy. If this guy dies, there is 0 probability to drop the Watcher's Eye, which is pretty lame. Yeah, so the Watcher's Eye is the thing that we really want from this farm, and 40% it's a good drop chance. Yeah. So you'll destroy these portals. The fight is a joke. This is the easiest Pinnacle boss in Path of Exile, in case you wonder. Yeah. And this guy needs to stay alive. Okay, so this is phase number 2, where you create the portals. If you want to do this build, I'll put a link in the video description, you know, to the build guide. I'll also pin it in the comments. Again, you see, it's alive. That's what you want to see. And the last phase, you will kill the Elder here in the middle, which is very easy. He died. Then you go to Zana, she will make a red bubble, and you wait for the loot. And you want to see the Watcher's Eyes. I got it. And the guaranteed fragment at the end. Don't worry about the other boss related uniques, but you can pick them for King's March. So these uniques give a lot of dust in King's March. You'll keep gathering Watcher's Eyes. Don't sell them on the trade website 1.5. You just gather them and sell them in bulk on TFT Discord. You can sell them 1.5 divines each if you have more than 10, a large bulk. You keep doing this far. Yeah? So let's see here. I made a good profit on top. So the fragment, the red brag fragment here, it's expensive. It covers up for 2 up to 3 fragments that you initial investment. And you also make profit with the Watcher's Eyes that you get. Man, you simply got to love it. On top, you can get Orb of Dominance from time to time, and you get the Elder Exalted Orb. Now, my boys, let's run some Shaper. I want to show you the fight, which is, again, very easy. And we'll get new players accustomed to bossing. You know, these are the best bosses that new players can do. Okay, let's go here. When you kill the Shaper at the end, you have a chance to unlock the Celestial Hideout. So it's a special hideout here that you can get. You start with the 4 corners. These are campaign bosses. These are bosses that you found in the campaign. Randomly, there are multiple ones that can spawn. You tamper with things you do not understand. Yeah. This Shaper, it's especially good because you always make profit. I explained, you get a guaranteed red fragment that will cover up all the fragments that you invested and slight profit on top. Yeah, so for new players it's a heaven to do this farm. When I'm recording, 1 second. Yes, I'm recording. You know, many times, sadly, I forget to enable my microphone. And PoE guy is not happy about that. Is your final warning. You force my hand again, little mouse. Now the fight, it's normal. It's not hard. Basically, you need to dodge his balls. It's an easy fight. Here is the slam, you just move around and you will dodge it. Inconsequential. He will place you in a temporary area and you need to reach the end. At the end of the area, you'll find a mini boss that you need to kill. There are 2 mini bosses in this fight. The reason why fragments are cheap is because the fight takes a little longer to complete. If the other bosses take 1 minute, 2 minutes, this is a fight that takes 3-4 minutes. That's why people are lazy. But if you're new to the game, you will make profit with this boss and have some patience. Maybe in 20 runs you will drop even some flasks, which I explained, it's more than 12 divines. You should identify the flask actually, because depending on the rolls it can be even more expensive. Okay, here is the mini boss. You'll kick him in the nuts, you take the portal. Actually, I will not damage Shaper, so I can show you a thing that new players fuck up. Okay, so I will not summon my totems, I want to show you something here. Just one totem, you know, it's enough. Okay, this is what I want to show you. When Zana makes the red bubble, you need to go inside it, because she will protect you from the purple balls. That's all. Put it here. And this is a phase where he will spawn some minions. All the Pinnacle bosses in Path of Exile 1, especially the old ones, have phases where they summon minions, and the purpose of this phase was to replenish your flasks. But now the game got so easy that these fights are a joke. In the past, Shaper was really hard. But now, because we have a lot of items, powerful items, a lot of new mechanics, these bosses are easy. But in the past it was a challenge. Few builds could do the Shaper. When Shaper was introduced, it was a mess. Yeah, so this boss was really hard back in those days. People need to understand that the game, Path of Exile 1, got easier and easier. They introduced more and more new uniques. Some uniques are too powerful. New gems, new... Yeah, so the game is much more easier than what it was in the past.
These memories are mine. I cannot lose them.
They lied to you, Father.
I often complain about this. I complain that we get way much loot and way much... it's much more easier. Because you need to understand, this is an action role-playing game, you want to struggle a little.
Irrelevant.
In my eyes, I mean, don't bother me, you know, I'm an old school player. So yeah, you get the guaranteed fragment, you make profit just with this fragment. From time to time you will get Orb of Dominance, you will get a Shaper Exalted Orb, and you will get the Flask Dying Sun, which are expensive. Let's go back here. Put the fragment, good profit, good times. Now, sadly, I was always telling people to put a Valor on the gloves because you can get elemental weakness and one more curse. Sadly, because of the mercenaries in this league, the gloves are no longer expensive. So even if you get elemental weakness, it's not worth it. But you'll still pick up the gloves because, again, the Pinnacle boss uniques will give you a lot of dust. So if you're planning to do shipments in King's March, pick all the Elder and Shaper uniques, because they will give you ton shit ton of dust. Look.
Always a pleasure.
See? And there's one more trick that you need to know about with qualitating these Pinnacle bosses items, okay? Can even put Tainted. So let me give an exemplification here. If I'm gonna disenchant this bow, it will give me 66k dust. But if I'm gonna put quality first, put it here, 84 dust. Now this one is corrupted, you can use a Tainted armor scraps. 20. Put it here. 64. It'll give you more dust if you put quality. And that's about it. I don't want to make this video too long. You need to trust PoE guy that these two fights are great for casual players and new Path of Exile 1 players. Plus, just farm 20. You go here by trust. You trust PoE guy. You do 20 Shaper or 20 Elder, and you will see that you always end up in the profit side. Now for the Elder, I highly encourage to sell these watches ice in bulk. Yeah. When you have more than 10, you put them on TFT Discord with an image 1.5 Divine Orbs. Well, that's it, my boys. This was part 2 of the bossing series. See you on part 3. Good luck and enjoy the rest of the day.